Welcome to the Lemonade Stand Podcast, EP.2, and it's just us again. We got me,
Yeah,
my host. I'm the host, and then
I'm also the host.
yeah, you're the co-host. You're the main one.
Yeah, yeah, because of your channel.
Uh huh.
Yeah, just wait until the invasion starts.
And unfortunately, we were trying to get uh friend Michael, but he's always busy and stuff. I swear I have not been able to contact him at all the past week,
mm,
like barely.
mm.
So unfortunately, our little argument's gonna have to wait a week longer.
Hopefully, it's only a week longer.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how. We'll see how much longer.
Yeah.
But but anyway, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I guess first off, let's talk about the "How you doing?" the segment I wanted to do last week, but just forgot. Or essentially, we just go over what's going on in our lives, or as personal as impersonal as we want to get. We just go about been going on with us too. And then yeah, we'll ultimately turn it over to you, viewers, to where you can comment down how your life is going. So yeah, if that's your name at this point in time, how you been doing?
I've been doing kind of fine. I actually have family over right now, and good thing a lot of them are outside because some of them are kids, and so it's a good thing they're all in my
Mm,
pool, uh, not bothering me. But yeah, haven't really been doing too much. Been kind of running low on video ideas. Well, I do have some stuff I want to start making more in the future, but it's like I need more friends with them, and also I just need to actually do them. I am
mm,
technically working on a video right now, but very slowly. I haven't even started editing it. I'm just basically clip compiling.
mm. That's
Uh,
dope.
what about you?
I've been doing well actually. Well, today I just came back from seeing Indiana Jones. The new one, right? And everyone on the internet will have you believe it's like a total crap show, right? Everyone hates that movie. I liked it. I personally enjoyed it. That's coming from someone who barely remembers like the original movies, right? But besides that, I've been getting really into DMZ, I
Call
think
of Duty?
Warzone, right? Yeah, because I'm preparing for a future collab with you eventually, right?
Oh
Where,
yeah, you messaged
yeah,
me about that.
yeah, where eventually we're going to both go into the DMZ and fight off people and hopefully get some good loot.
Yeah,
Um,
I already
yeah,
told, and I already told you this, but I'm like a absolute monster at Call of Duty, and like I think the day you sent me the message you want to play DMZ anytime, like whenever, I actually hopped on the game on the multiplayer just to see just like test my skills up, just to see if they're still in the right place. I picked a sniper class and I said, all right, I'm gonna run the sniper the whole level, and I ended up dropping 40 kills with just the
god
weapon.
damn.
No, like
God damn.
the first minute of the game beginning, it was like I think domination or something. The first minute, I already got my chopper. It's the controllable one. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about? I already
yeah,
got it.
the
Like
one with the black
like
and white, yeah.
yeah, the first minute the game started, I already got that, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm still good at the game. But then as soon as I play like Warzone or I play DMZ, I suck. I suck a lot.
Well, it sounds like I'm going to be carrying you then because I'm really good. I'm like cracked at DMZ.
Well,
Like,
when it comes to DMZ, the thing I mostly do is just go in there, get as much loot as I can, and then get out.
yeah, that's what I do too. By like squad fill most of the time, because I'm scared to go alone. Like the AI scared. I tried it once and I ended up going up. I ended up getting killed by a bot, and I had like a Twitch streamer, fun fact, come in and res me. I think his name was Jive or something like that. It was dope though.
We had a game one time when I was playing with a friend. We were basically just playing just to get as much loot as we can and then get out. And what was it again? We were trying to go. I remember we were trying to go for the weapon drop that would. I don't know if it still spawns in the game. I'm assuming it does. But we were basically racing after this one team, but they got away in the helicopter before we were. But we were like already far away. But we were trying to get to the chopper just in case we could like ambush them in time. That didn't work. So we ended up extracting somewhere else. We're thinking, okay, there's no one here at all. It's been like 30, I don't know how long it takes a chopper to get there, like 15, 30 seconds or something like that. But we waited like a couple seconds. Everything was clear and normal. Then I think around the last 5 seconds before the chopper actually came, a team literally came out of nowhere in a vehicle, tried running us over, but we luckily missed it. And then what happens? They started jumping us, and so we started fighting back. And then you know what happened? From
What?
a another team, like as soon as the plane came down, another team came in and started attacking everybody. So yeah,
Damn.
we ended up losing, and those guys died because we already started dealing a lot of damage to them, and yeah, it
Oh
didn't go
yeah,
well.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think like my last game, right? Like it was on a character that I was effing around with, right? I had like one of my insured guns and like no armor whatsoever, so I wasn't really risking anything by going in with him just to get a bunch of loot. I ended up getting like that was like the same game I told you about where I died and had to go with the twitch streamer, right? He had
Yeah.
like a 6-man squad already. We ended up leaving one of them behind. I felt so bad for him that I ended up jumping out and helping him. We died. We both ended up dying. I lost all the good loot that I had because I had like an RPK, like a good ass shotgun too by the end of it, and like I think I had like a comms vest or something on, and like I ended up dying and losing all that shit. But it was fun. I don't regret anything about that though.
Have you ever befriended anybody on proximity chat before?
Yeah, yeah. That's how I got the Twitch streamer because it said make me laugh, and I told him the clown Pagliacci joke. Have you heard of that one
No.
before? Essentially, it goes that there's this really depressed dude, right? He's like really, he's like really, really depressed. And this is like in the 60s before depression was known. So, as far as he knew, he was uncharacteristically sad. Nobody's always so upbeat and all that. So, what does he do? He goes to the doctor. He tells him about how life seems hopeless, about how life is horrible, and how, he's been thinking about ending it all, right? And so the doctor turns to him and says, "You know what? We'll fix the trick. Go see the clown Pagliacci. He's really dope and he should get your mood right back up." The man cries and looks to the doctor and says, "But doctor, I am the clown Pagliacci." Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, he revved me and I got away with it. It was
Did you join him or no? Did you just get away?
yeah, I did join him because if you rescue someone, you have to join them or they have to join you.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. But yeah, that's what's going on with my life so far. There's a
Just
bunch of other stuff, but we'll get to that later
just
in the
DM
video.
just DMZ.
Yeah, DMZ. Oh yeah, well, yeah, never mind. That's going on to our next topic, but yeah, a bunch of other good stuff is happening to me though. Um, yeah.
So I remember you told me you wanted to talk about like our most what was it again? Our most anticipated games or something.
Oh yeah. And I had like a neat idea for that, where it's like anticipated games is in stuff that's about to come out, right? And we'll do that first. But also games we just bought and games we're planning on buying too, or we want to buy.
Well, my most anticipated game so far from this year that is coming out will probably be uh probably Payday 3 actually,
Oh yeah, that is coming out, isn't it?
which is actually yeah, it's actually coming out on Game Pass and I'm gonna pre-install it and get ready to play that. It actually comes out like 15 days after Starfield, but
Hmm.
I just don't trust Bethesda at all with that game. I don't.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Starfield, this is really awkward considering what we talked about last time, but my most anticipated game of this year is between Starfield and Mortal Kombat 1. I'm more excited for Starfield though because like I don't know, I realized something like after that entire thing. I told you this before the recording, but like after that entire discussion we had, I just like put on the Starfield Direct that they held after the Xbox Direct, and I won't lie, like watching it for the first time, it like excited me. It sparked something. And then I remember thinking about like No Man's Sky and all that shit, right? And so I went on to that and like started watching videos about that. I brought me back to like the first time I played No Man's Sky back when I started like Game Pass, and like how it sort of made me realize about this love for space that I had that I didn't even know about. And now I'm excited for Starfield because it sounded like it's just going to be like Fallout but space. And like yeah, I am excited for that despite the fact that it's going to be horrible upon launch. Like it's inevitable that that game's going to be horrible upon launch, but I'm excited for it anyway.
I want the game to be good on launch, of course, but it's
Oh
just
yeah,
it's been Bethesda's hands, and so anytime I
yeah,
see something
no.
with Bethesda or EA slapped on it, I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be bad, isn't it?
But the thing with Bethesda, it's almost guaranteed to be good later on because they're really good about, as good as they are about putting bugs in the game, they're also good about fixing a good majority of them,
Yeah, but the
like a
problem the
grand
problem
majority
is that it's later on it gets good. That's what I don't
later
like.
on.
That's what I don't like about games nowadays. They come out buggy, and then later on they're fixed and then playable.
Yeah, like Battlefield. Have you played the new Battlefield 2042? Like,
Yeah,
but yeah, you have. You bought that twice, didn't you?
I technically bought it twice because well, it was like basically $5 I spent on both versions.
Yeah, which is funny considering like I'm on the Xbox Game Store right now. It's showing $70. It's showing 75 bucks.
Oh
It's
yeah, yeah,
showing
like no, like people look at GameStop and like game stores. It's like, oh, they're dying, man. Go all digital. All digital's better. You do have a point. You may have a point, but here's a better point. You ever go to like a GameStop or you go to a game store that sells games and they just sell a game that's like way below its original price point? That like I literally was able to buy Battlefield 2042 for the Series X for like $2.
Yeah, yeah, nah, but like, is it good nowadays though? Like, is Battlefield 2042 good nowadays?
Eh, I mean, if you're playing on the Series X version where you can get into like 128 player lobbies, I actually haven't played it yet. I
Mm.
because my internal Xbox storage,
Oh yeah,
one of the best things Xbox ever did. The problem is I have to
yeah.
spend I because I already have like another terabyte of storage left on my Xbox and stuff, but I have to spend like another $200 to get 500 for the internal.
Mm. Mm.
It's
Okay.
absolutely stupid. So I have to keep
Yeah.
deleting, moving games around like a Tetris game just to fit games on my Xbox. It's so annoying. That's why whenever like a Series X version of a game comes out, unless it's on Game Pass, I will or it's unless it's like a game I've really been anticipating, I will buy the Xbox One version all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm sort of like too, except I got rid of Game Pass a while ago, right? Like with Street Fighter 6, that's like a Series X game. However, I anticipated for a while that I made room for it. Like I had to delete both my Resident Evils off my Xbox just to do that, you know?
You should just
But
do
yeah,
it.
I can't
Wait,
yeah,
so
go.
you said you had a Series S, right?
Yeah, Series S, it's not a disc, it's a full-on digital.
No, so yours is all internals.
Yeah.
So you have to make
Well,
room. How much
actually,
storage?
actually, I have like an external thing too, but it was made for the Xbox One, so it's constantly telling me what I can and can't download.
The At this point, external is basically for Xbox One games before Series X
Yeah,
and 360 and Xbox games. That's all
yeah,
that the storage gets used for. But then all the Series X games gets used on internal, and so it's like you could have like 10 terabytes of storage, and now you have 500 because you're forced to put them
yeah,
on that one.
yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Back to my original point, though, I can't speak for Battlefield 2042 then, but there's also games like Cyberpunk. Everyone considers that game to be a masterpiece, and y'all all saw the state it was in. Of course, keep going back to No Man's Sky. Everyone regards No Man's Sky as one of the greatest games of all time, despite the fact that years ago they were saying it was one of the worst, right? So, and then every single Fallout game, right? They're all buggy on launch. New Vegas was the most buggiest Fallout game on launch ever, right? But now everyone considers it to be this grand masterpiece, you know? So I have faith that I just like have accepted this life, right? This whole life of later on it'll get better because honestly, if it gives us masterpieces like No Man's Sky and New Vegas, it's worth it, you know? So yeah.
I usually hear the bugs are more worse on PC. Anytime a game comes out on console, you don't really hear way too much stuff about it. There'll still be some issues on console, but from what I hear on PC, it's like a million times worse. Like it's unplayable.
Oh yeah. 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 But yeah, are there any games that you're planning on buying or like that are out right now, or games that you just bought that you haven't played yet?
Well, I bought a lot of games that I haven't completed, like
Hmm.
Red Dead Redemption One. I bought it, but I
Hmm.
haven't completed it. Warhammer Bolt Gun. Also bought that, but haven't beaten it. Let me check my library actually. There's a lot that I've bought and that I have not beaten or
Hmm.
have barely played, for that matter. There
Oh yeah, I
was
do.
there was one game, Meet Your Maker, that was around like $20
Oh
that came out.
yeah,
I barely played that one. I played
yeah.
like maybe 2 hours of it.
Yeah, the folks who did Dead by Daylight made that.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I know that game.
A Way Out. That one's a two-player
Oh
co-op
yeah,
game.
I
So
wish I had that.
me and Mason wanted like me and Mason was like he was telling me like you gotta buy it. I'm like all right, I'll buy it because it's like $5 on sale right now.
Oh yeah.
Uh, there's probably a lot more, but because I just go spend I just basically kind of like spend money on games that I actually do want to play, but then I just don't really play them that much. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
the Metro series. I bought the whole
Oh,
series,
Metro.
but I've barely played any of them.
And that's my fault mostly. That's my. Was I the one who told you about that? Because then I say there's like BioShock, where it's like an emphasis on the story rather than like the actual shooting, right?
I Yeah, I haven't played
Like,
all of them. I've only played Exodus for like an hour
like
or two.
Metro 2033 is like one of my favorite games of all time. Not gonna lie. Like I have a book for that too that they made because like the Metro series is based off of a book series, right? So I have like the book for that. And not gonna lie, from what I've read of the book, they did like an amazing job adapting it. It's dope.
I swear, games like Metal Gear have ruined everything about stealth games for me.
Mm,
Like
why is that?
especially the second game. I played the second game all the way through once, and I played the third game all the way through. And then now every time I play any other game that has stealth mechanics, I'm like, man, this sucks. This A game that came out in like 2000 did this 100 times better. A game for the PlayStation 2 did this a million times better than a game on
Yeah,
current gen. That's that. That's the only thing I hate about Metal Gear. It's now ruined the way I look at stealth games. Because I look at any stealth game that's came out that's not Metal Gear, I'm like, okay, now this just sucks. This is just horrible stealth.
yeah, yeah.
Like
I can see that. I see that.
Metro Exodus, I had a huge problem with that one, and also for
Oh
some
yeah, the stealth.
and also anytime I tried headshotting people, it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't
Yeah,
let me
no,
headshot players.
yeah, no. The Metro series is infamous for like having shit stealth. Like to the point where like everyone, including like IGN, commented on it like in the reviews of it. You know.
Oh, so
So
the game just has bad stealth.
well, 2033 did. Apparently, they went overboard in Last Light Redux to the point where you could stare someone in the face and they won't notice you, like at all. Like that's legit. That's a little criticism that someone had where like in their thing they stared someone in the face and they didn't notice them at all. It was funny to see, but yeah.
You should try out that
Um,
series though, Metal Gear.
yeah, I want to, especially with like my dad, like because I forgot to tell the story last time because my dad, he's like, oh shit, my computer fell asleep. But with my dad, he's sort of like that was sort of like his version of Fallout, right? For those of you guys who don't know, I'm like obsessed with the Fallout series.
And
Like it
Street
saved me in
Fighter.
middle school. Oh yeah,
And
Street
Street
Fighter.
Fighter.
Yeah, but yeah, the Fallout series it saved me in middle school from a bunch of shit. And it just like it was there for me, right? So I've grown an obsession with it. And like that I love Fallout series a lot. Back then, Metal Gear was his. Where sure it didn't save him, but he got obsessed with it. He learned the lore for it and all that, right? Until I think Metal Gear 3, I think it was where he was like in this. I'm about to describe the scene to you. You tell me if like it sounds familiar to you. But essentially, what happened is he was at this one section where he had a little bit of hearts left and he saved right at that moment. And what he had to do is he had to crawl through a bunch of these landmines, right? He's told the story so many times I know it by heart. Had to crawl through all these landmines, and basically there's a sniper out there taking pot shots at him, and everyone, and basically he had so little hearts that one shot killed him. So what ended up happening was he couldn't ended up not being able to do that because he had saved. That was like the last save he had, like in the entire game. So if he wanted to like complete it, he had to go back. And it pissed him off so much he just swore off the entire series. It's funny. It's a funny story every time he tells that. That's like one of my favorite stories outside of like another one, but that's like one of my favorite stories of all time, though. Like within that story.
They're remaking the third game. You know about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I heard about that. It looks dope, not gonna lie.
Is your dad gonna get that?
I asked him about it today, fun fact, and he said he wanted to play it. And I was like, yeah, I want to play it with you. So yeah, when after I've graduated and all that, I guess that'll be like a last hurrah for us.
I consider the third game to be my favorite.
Cool.
Uh,
Everyone says the third one's like a masterpiece. You know.
yeah. You play it and you really understand everything they're talking about, then yeah, it's like the best game ever.
Mm, yeah.
So I'm hoping in the remake they keep everything the same. Well, in my opinion, if you've played a Metal Gear game like the original ones, the controls are pretty dated or are pretty awkward to use. But that's just how old PlayStation games are. But in like a Metal Gear Solid 5, they had some of that similar control scheme, but they modernized it so it feels a bit
Mm.
more like a third person shooter more.
Uh,
And
what is it?
so it feels more better on that game because I played a whole lot of 5 and I got every mission S ranked and everything. That took me like a few days. And yeah, I definitely got used to the controls really quickly after a while. I actually do remember I remember never ever playing a Metal Gear game before, and then I remember like I don't remember when. Like I think around 2016 or 2017, the game was on Xbox Live Gold for free, and I remember buying it. I played like the first mission, and all that I and back then before I started playing the game again, I remember like, oh, I remember this game. I remember it being super slow because the very first mission you're in a hospital and your character moves so slow.
Well, what'd you expect? You expect him to move super fucking fast or something? Like,
Not
like,
fast, but I mean just a
like,
little more than just crawling on the floor for like 10 minutes straight.
like this man's just been shy. He's going through an identity crisis right now, and you expect him to go fast, like out of a hospital, like.
I mean, if it's people trying to kill him, I mean kinda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess it makes
that
sense.
first mission though, it is just extremely slow. But it does get a little bit better throughout the game. It is a fun open world game.
Yeah,
There's a lot you can mess around with once you start unlocking more and more stuff.
yeah, that
And
sounds dope though.
yeah, there's a whole lot of different type of tactical stuff you can bring into like missions or side missions and stuff. It's just a lot. It's just like a sandbox. It's basically like a sandbox stealth game.
Mm. Yeah, that sounds fun. That does sound fun. Not gonna lie. But yeah, since we're going through our backlogs now, I guess I should go through mine, the ones that I didn't get through gold, right? So I guess starting off in like the B section, we got BioShock, like the entire like trilogy, right? I tried completing BioShock 1, but the thing is, I couldn't. Like, I was on the final level. It was like after Andrew Tate revealed that he was the Would You Kindly guy, right, or something like
Yeah,
that,
I remember.
and we had to kill him at the golf club. It was after that that I just said, you know what? I got my money's worth out of it. I can only use a wrench right now. All my ammo's gone. There's spreading me a fight against these power armor daddies. I'm done. And then once I got obsessed with like underwater themes, I tried playing BioShock 2. I didn't. That's a fucking played BioShock Infinite, and I got like as far as like Elizabeth. Have you played BioShock Infinite?
Yeah, I beaten it. I beaten
Oh
the
yeah, I
first.
got.
I beaten the first Infinite, but I haven't beaten the second because I want to save all the little sisters in the game
Mhm.
because I'm like a completionist freak, especially with my
Okay.
achievement grinding. But yeah, you haven't beat Bioshock One?
I just like stopped. Like everyone agrees that after the twist, everyone agrees that BioShock starts to overstay its welcome, and I definitely felt that because like it was like after like I think we unbrainwashed our main character, right? It was after we unbrainwashed him from the Would You Kindly disease, and then it was sort of like, okay, how long is this going to be? Oh, I can't do this. So I just watched a YouTube video on the ending. It was fine. I remember it feeling fine, right? But I just didn't beat it myself.
Man,
And then Bosch,
I
yeah,
just beat the game. I already knew about
yeah, no,
I already knew about the twist and stuff because I watched Axeman play it like a long
yeah,
time
no.
ago.
I knew about the twist because everyone was fangirling over it ever since like it first came out. Yeah,
You did say you were just running out of ammo and stuff.
yeah. I like had no ammo. I can only use a wrench.
Yeah,
That's it. I only had a wrench to use, so I was like, you know what? I've got my money's worth out of this. I don't need to play anymore. And then Infinite, I'm on the part with Elizabeth where she discovers dancing. So not that far, not that far at all. So yeah.
but
And then yeah.
real quick, I'm like too good at survival horror games, games where you have limited materials and you have to conserve all your stuff. I feel like I'm way too good at those type of games.
Yeah.
Because at least in my opinion, the way I look at it, the way you know you're way too good at a survival horror game is when you're constantly having your inventory full of stuff you want and need, and you have to throw away stuff that you don't want to. because you want to either sell
Yeah,
it or because you need that stuff. But you have like, oh,
yeah,
I could get more ammo or I could get more heals. That's the problem I ran into with Resident Evil 4, Callisto Protocol, especially that game. I had a lot of stuff. I never felt like I was running out of anything. Resident
yeah.
in any of the Resident Evil games, I never felt like I was running out of anything. And by the time I even for a second felt like, oh shoot, I'm actually running out of stuff, the game would just refill it for me because I'd get to like a boss fight section.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it sounds like it should be great at DMZ then, if that's the case, you know?
Well, yeah, well, it's Call of Duty. It's not really a survival horror game.
Well, yeah, but it's a survival game where you have to stick close to your resource or you'll die, you know?
Yeah, but then again, you could just kill some bots, then pick up their ammo off of them, and then you're
Oh,
fairly
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I guess that makes
And if
sense.
you're running like the same weapons they're running, then I mean, it's even better. They're usually running like, what was it, AK-74s?
Um, yeah, yeah, I think so.
But what were you going on about Bioshock Infinite?
Yeah, just I'm still working on completing it, you know? Yeah, I'm still working on completing it though, you know? I love the game of what I've played so far, but the last time I played it was like a while ago, you know? Like far back, you know? So yeah. So yeah, continue on through my backlog. There's Borderlands 1, 2, and the prequel. The prequel is the furthest I've ever gotten in any Borderlands game. And then I got to this one boss fight where like I wasn't ill equipped. And I just said, you know what, I quit this game and tried Borderlands 1. Didn't get past like the first 12 minutes. That was fun.
Now,
Um,
I got a controversial opinion about the Borderlands series. I
oh
find the game,
Lord.
now look, I love playing looter shooter games. I mean, I have like Destiny 2 with like over 2,000 hours where that whole game is mostly you just getting better loot. Also, by the way, I have not played that game at all since before the newest expansion came out because I
Mm,
got bored of it. But yeah, I love playing looter shooter games a lot, like not just Destiny 2, but just other ones. I cannot think of them off the top of my head right now. But when it came with Borderlands, I don't know what it was with that game, but I just found it to be really boring. Like, really, really boring.
I can see that, not gonna lie. Like, I
Like,
played Destiny 2 too, and yeah, no, I can see that.
I started off with the third game, which I hear not a lot of people like. I remember just being really bored throughout the entire time, having to play side missions so I at least catch up on levels and not be behind. And then I remember just speedrunning the last, I don't know, two bosses of the game because I got really bored of the game. And then I bought the Handsome Collection, just because I kept hearing everybody saying Borderlands 2 is like the best one
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff like that. And so, well, I ended up playing pre-sequel because one of my friends wanted to play co-op with me on it. We played it. We were actually having a lot of fun. And in my opinion, I feel like that's the only time you have fun playing Borderlands is with friends
That's
because I had a lot of fun playing Borderlands pre-sequel with my friends. And then we got to a point because we just kept doing the main story missions the entire time. We got to a point to
yeah,
where
no.
yeah, we got to a point where we couldn't kill anything because we were so under leveled. And
Yeah, no,
so
main squad.
yeah, and so now every time I even bring up, hey, you want to play pre-sequel? He's like, no, no, not at all. And
Yeah, no.
then I played Borderlands 2, and then I got really bored of the game. Even after like the first 5 minutes, I started getting bored.
Damn.
But I played for like another 2 hours, and yeah, I just kind of stopped playing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I played Borderlands too, but the most fun I've ever had out of any Borderlands playing was the pre-sequel. And everyone says it's like a shitty game, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time with it though. So
I only liked it because I've had friends to play it with.
yeah, yeah, no, that makes sense though. You know, friends are the I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, you get it though. You know what I was trying to
Yeah,
say. Yeah. Yeah, moving on through out my backlog. I got Doom, the original 1978, I think. Yeah, 1993, and then Doom Eternal. Um, I didn't get bored with Doom. I just deleted it once I bought Resident Evil 3. That's gonna sound sacrilegious to all you Resident Evil fans or video game fans in general, but yeah,
I
nah,
I have the original Doom. I remember buying it for like $5 on Xbox.
I did too.
Um, yeah, I have Doom 2016, and then I have Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
I definitely like playing those games, but I definitely liked playing Ultra Kill a lot more. Just because it took everything about Doom and raised it to like 20. The only thing is, I'm not much of a PC gamer. I'm more of an Xbox player. So playing games like Ultra Kill, which require you to have like require you to move really quickly, it's just really hard. I got stuck.
Yeah,
Well, I did beat Act One on that game, which was a challenge. It probably went a lot easier if you threw me a controller and be like, all right, there you go. I probably would have
yeah,
beaten it pretty quickly.
yeah. No, that's what I say about like most games. Like one of my series that I'm starting, or I guess Kang, quote unquote, the character Kang's playing, right, is Fallout 3. And the crux of the entire challenge is like it has to be stuff I do in real life, or I'm having Kang would do in character. He does it in Fallout 3, right? And essentially, like a crux of that is also playing on keyboard. And holy shit, holy shit, it's hard. It's hard adjusting. It's super fucking hard adjusting, like from Fallout on controller to Fallout on keyboard. You know.
Oh, you know what game I forgot to mention that I was anticipating? Uh,
What?
Armored Core 6.
I've heard of that game series. What's it about again, though?
I don't know. I know it's about mechs killing each other
Uh,
and fighting each other. They released like gameplay footage of the game I think a couple days ago, and it looks fun. It's like take like how you would have like these big massive battles with like your like Transformer toys or like Lego Bionicle toys
uh,
or and stuff like that. And
yeah.
you do whatever you want in your imagination. That's what it feels. That's what it looks like playing this game. It looks like
I,
having your toys and like it's like everything you wanted, like Bionicle or like Transformers to be. Just like this
I
really
feel
cool over the top action.
I feel as though I've seen that before, like that game you're talking about before. Like I feel as though I've seen it. I've heard the name. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I feel as though I have though. I forgot from what though.
It's mostly just like a mech building game,
Mm,
but it looks really cool. It looks like
yeah.
it looks like a lot of ways you can customize your mech in many different ways. From like the trailers, it's gonna be like more of a strategy of how you're gonna build your stuff in the game. Like you want a fast robot, you want a slow robot or something, you want a tanky robot. That's how I'm just getting the
Uh,
impression of the game. And again, I never really played any other Armored Core games, but from like footage I've seen of the other games, just to kind of get the impression of what the series was like. It's always been kind of just a game where you just play missions, uh, do objectives, and then get like a currency to keep upgrading your robot to better stuff.
that does sound dope though. That entire thing.
I can send you
That sounds incredibly dope.
I can send you gameplay footage and you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, sure, do that. Um, and while you do that, I'm going to go over the last two things I'll talk about that are on my backlog: Elden Ring and the Elder Scrolls. Skyrim specifically. Yeah, Elden Ring's on my backlog because holy shit, it's hard. Like it's super frustrating for me like actually get into, like I think the first I've gotten into, like I've just decided, you know what, let's play it the way everyone's telling me to play it. Let's just choose a direction and go that way. And I tried that, immediately got ass blasted by this really big dude with like huge ass arms and shit. So yeah, nah.
Where
And
are you talking
then
about again? Elden Ring?
yeah, Elden Ring, why it's on my backlog. Why it's on- because like
Why you haven't completed it?
yeah, because like it's hard, right? And then from what I hear, like it takes a while to beat too, and I can't like
Then
endure that for that long,
then again, I kept
you
telling
know?
one of my friends who's never played a Souls game, you should play this game because it's actually like really fun. Is like, and he tried it, and then after like a week or two, he beat the game. No, maybe not a week or two, maybe like 2 3 weeks.
I have seen this game before. I have memories of like this trailer specifically. Yeah, no, that game looked dope when I first saw it. Like now that I'm remembering, yeah, that game did look dope.
While you're looking at the gameplay trailer.
Yeah, I remember seeing like I remember seeing like some like this on Instagram, like on the reels, right? I remember seeing some like this, like some that looks like this vividly. I remember vividly that, and I remember thinking that looked dope. I just never got the name of it because I kept scrolling because that's what reels is about, scrolling.
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
I don't know if this game could be Game of the Year contender, especially since it's coming by. Well, I think Elden Ring came around the same time as this game's coming out, like I think October or whatever, November. But
Mm.
it could potentially be Game of the Year, but I'm not gonna call it too early. What do you think is gonna be Game of the Year this year?
Street Fighter 6. If Mortal Kombat doesn't step up, it's going to be Street Fighter 6.
Does Mortal Kombat 1 come out this year?
Yeah, it comes out like a few days after my birthday, September 17th, I think. September 17th, 19th, somewhere around there. But yeah, Street. I have what other games have come out this year though that I'm missing out on? Yeah,
Uh,
like
I feel like Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of
oh yeah,
Zelda.
Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, no, that's Game of the Year.
I
I
haven't
haven't
I
played it, but
I
yeah.
haven't beaten it. I've only beaten the first dungeon. I'm kind of slow on the game right now. I'm just mostly just doing a lot of random stuff. Um, oh man, I'm looking at some of the lists. There's a lot of games I forgot even came out this year.
Did I ever
Oh,
tell you about how I tried to totally legitimately play Breath of the Wild on my totally legitimate Wii U, or my totally legitimate Wii U can't what's it called play totally legitimate Breath of the Wild because apparently it's not updated, and I never figured out how to update it. Did I ever tell you that story?
no.
Yeah, now I was so pissed because I really wanted to play Breath of the Wild without like a Switch or something like that. And it seemed like I was close, and then I didn't. I was fucking pissed. But yeah, what else came out in 2023 though?
Uh, have you heard of System Shock?
Oh yeah,
Like they remade the
yeah,
original game.
yeah the
I've
remake.
already heard
But what
about
that?
I've heard about the original two games before they were
Yeah,
making it. I was like, oh, they look really, really old. I'm assuming you need like I don't even know where you can get those original ones. I think you get the original ones maybe on like Steam. I
I
don't know
think
about their
GOG
I don't know about
might
their
have it.
first game,
Yeah, I
but
think GOG might have it though.
yeah, they rebooted or remade System Shock one, and I was watching people play it, and it looked like how you do a remake. Like that's how you do a remake.
Yeah, nah, that is definitely how to do a remake.
That and Dead Space is how you do a remake.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Dead Space, Resident Evil.
yeah, but Dead Space remake. That was one remake I was scared of, just because I thought, all the trailers and everything make it look really cool. But
Yeah,
is it gonna be worth the $70 when I buy it day one? And good thing it
yeah,
was. Good thing it was worth the $70 I spent day one.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Nah,
it was great. They changed little things that made the game actually a little bit better, and they added some little more details that weren't in the original that actually made it better. But yeah, it's a
mm,
good looking game. I love it.
yeah, it does look good. It yeah. Also, I just looked it up. GOG does have like the original System Shock and the second one too.
How much are those?
Like $9. I think they're $9 a pop if I remember correctly.
Oh, you know what game could steal that game of the year? But I want to say,
What?
Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2 if it comes out
Yeah,
just in time. Yeah.
the game of the year contenders will probably be Tears of the Kingdom. Let me see. No, I'd probably mostly say Tears of the Kingdom, and probably the ones that come behind it, maybe Armored Core. But then again, we need to see some stuff on that. Spider-Man 2, but that's also we need to see some more stuff on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Nah. So I guess since like the topics I have are like kind of lame, I guess we get into this.
Oh,
What like what?
you know what game I had no idea it came out? Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Oh yeah,
I had
the
no
fucking Egyptian one, right?
I had no idea that game even came out, but I didn't it come out?
Isn't that the Egyptian one? Talking about?
No, it's the new one that came out. I don't even know what setting it's in.
Let me look. Let me look this up real quick. I remember hearing this about Assassin's Creed Mirage. I always thought that it was what's it called?
You know what game I really wanted to come out but kept getting delayed a lot? Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about the original Stalker and how it was better than Fallout somehow, despite the fact that I don't think Fallout should be compared to other apocalypse games or whatever. But yeah,
Oh,
yeah, what were you about to say?
you're saying Fallout is the one all be all
No,
apocalypse game?
I'm saying everyone. It's sort of everyone can like. My thing is like it goes into like how everyone compares Metro to Fallout, right? And how everyone says Metro quote unquote did the apocalypse better, right? It's quite literally like comparing apples to like oranges, right? Where it's sort of like sure they're both fruits. They're both in the same genre or like not genre but like subspace of like games, right? They're both apocalypse, but they're going for two different things there. The Apple Fallout is going for a more lighthearted, humorous tone with it, while Metro, the orange, is trying to go for like your sort of dark, generic apocalypse tone, but actually getting it right this time, right? That's what I sort of get with like Stalker, right? Where from I could tell Stalker and Metro come from the same blood. They're both trying to tell these serious apocalypse stories in Russia, whereas Fallout is trying to be like this humorous. It's going for a more humorous take, right? Where it's not trying to be hopeless. You know, that's why I hate when people compare like Fallout to like other non-humorous, non other like very serious apocalypse stuff because of course it's going to do the apocalypse better because it actually treats the apocalypse genre with respect. Fallout doesn't. It blatantly doesn't treat it with as much respect as it deserves. It treats it with some respect, but not as much as you can. So I'm not saying that Fallout is the one all be all end all. That's another debate for another day. But I'm saying that it's not going for the same tone, the same thing as like Metro and Stalker.
Hmm. Oh
Also, I
yeah.
just looked it up. I don't know where Mirage is taking place. From the covers alone, I have no idea.
Oh yeah, and I remember you messaged me about one of your future videos. Do you want to talk
Oh
about
yeah,
that? Do you want to tell me
yeah.
anything about that?
Yeah. It's this thing in the both sides. It's this new series I'm trying to start called Both Sides of the Story. I originally want to do it on a more political topic. Then I realized I probably I'm too scared for politics, so I decided to
No.
do it on this one. I decided to do it.
Politics are boring.
It's also scary too, right? Like, what if I say the wrong thing? Like, that doesn't represent who I am, right? So I
Hey,
decided to do it
if
on
you
this
say
topic.
anything about politics, you're gonna get shot.
Yeah, and yeah, no, I'm not trying to get canceled today. Maybe later, but yeah, I decided to do it on this topic. Fallout being an RPG, right? Because there's two sides. There's the main true nerd side saying it is an RPG, and there's the what's called the non-main true nerd side saying it isn't. The people saying it is a true RPG are looking at things like, and I'll probably use this as evidence in the video too, so thanks for bringing this up. But I remember texting you saying that it was sort of like Dark Souls because Dark Souls, like in the middle, like you can't make decisions in the middle of the story that's going to affect the end. The only way you can affect the end is through like the final boss fight, right? Is that what I'm getting at here?
The only way you can affect like the ending of the game is if you talk to specific NPCs that are actually kind of annoying to find.
Yeah. And
It's not like, oh, you're at this point in the game. What decision do you want to do? This decision or this decision? It's not like that at
yeah,
all.
yeah,
And
yeah,
remember, like I told you, the only bit of story and the only bit of context you're gonna get in the world is at the beginning of the game. After that, it's good luck. Figure out the story in your own head.
yeah. I say Fall because people are saying Fall as an RPG are saying it's more akin to Dark Souls, right? Where it's more focused on the character role part rather than the story role you have in it. Where in Dark Souls, I'm assuming you could like build your own character and like do the stuff. If it's like anything like Elden Ring, right? You could like create your own character, build your character to be whoever you want it to be, and that's the role you play as your character, right? That same thing goes for Fallout, where sure they're predetermined, just like your character in Dark Souls. They're so predetermined that you barely feel it. However, they're saying that through like the perk system, like the special system, and all that, you could sort of create a Fallout character through that, right?
Yeah,
You could create your own character, right?
I get how you can correlate those two between the
Yeah,
games. It does kind of sound similar when you put it in ways like that. But
yeah,
the difference is that in Dark Souls, there's like not. It's completely like about you.
yeah,
That's it. Maybe you'll interact with like one or two people throughout the whole game. But in like
yeah,
Fallout, you're interacting with everybody. Your actions have
yeah,
decisions. Well,
yeah.
yes, in Dark
There's
Souls, your actions do have consequences. That's not really true until like the very end of the game.
Yeah, I sort of have like a take on that where in Fallout your actions have consequences, but that's because you actively decide what the actions are and the consequences. Sure, those actions you can make are very limited, but there are indeed multiple actions with multiple consequences, even if they are limited. Dark Souls, your actions have consequences, but that's because the game forces you to make those actions to get those consequences. And yet people are saying Fallout is an RPG when it's really when everyone considers Dark Souls to be an RPG, right? And
Well,
you
they
made an interesting
consider
point saying
Skyrim.
yeah.
Yeah, they consider Skyrim. You told me that people consider Skyrim an RPG, but not Fallout.
Yeah, not Fallout 4. No, I'm talking about Fallout 4 specifically.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, people are saying Skyrim is an RPG, but Fallout 4 isn't. And I hear much of the same complaints about Skyrim. I can't speak on this because I haven't beaten Skyrim. Like I said, it's in my backlog.
Oh, well, then all your arguments
Yeah.
invalid.
No. But yeah, basically, I've heard like people make the same arguments for Skyrim, yet people consider that to be an RPG too. And you made good points about how fantasy, if it's fantasy, people automatically equate it with RPG or for games like Fallout and all that, the different colored skinned RPGs. They sort of have to like fight for the right to be known as an RPG, right? And like everyone who's saying it is an RPG are like going in more to the story where there's not enough consequences, but that sort of goes back into so Fallout 4 isn't an RPG, but Dark Souls, arguably more linear of the two games, is an RPG. Like, how's that work? And that's like the both sides of the story.
There's no
Fallout is an
way.
RPG because like there's RPG elements in it, and those RPG elements are so strong that it should be considered an RPG. People on the other side saying the story is so freaking linear that it shouldn't be considered an RPG at all. More like a looter shooter. That and I have a side. I'm on the side of the RPG, but the video is going to be more like the entire series is going to be. I'm just going to explain both points. I'm not going to show bias towards any. I just want to go put both points of the argument. But yeah, what are you going to say?
You are right about Dark Souls games being kind of linear. They do have like they're kind of semi open world in a way, but then again, it's not like it is sort of a linear game. Like you're kind of set down one specific path if you want to beat the game.
Yeah. Also, can I get this for the video? You are obsessed with the Dark Souls series, right? Just so I get this on record.
Yeah, I played all of them.
See, so Pete knows what he's talking about, folks. So don't at me in the comment section saying I'm giving out false information about Dark Souls. One of your super fans told me himself.
You want to talk about more about Dark Souls so I give you more proof?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Tell me more. What do you want to know about the games?
Just like how's its character building? Like, can you make like unique characters? Like, you can make one character focused on like one aspect of the game, but the
Yes,
other.
magic, faith, strength, dexterity, and that's just kind of the basic ones. You can have a character do magic spells. You can a character have do faith spells, which can basically be healing, buffing, or lightning, which is cool. And then you have strength, which is the builds I always go for whenever I play it the first time, just because it's
Hmm.
like I get to use strong swords and big weapons. And then you have like I consider dexterity its own kind of category. That's just kind of using like faster weapons or just using weapons quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing
But
I probably need. Yeah.
you can actually respec your stats when you get to like certain when you unlock certain stuff in the game by doing quests or just getting to a certain point in the game where you're able to respec your stats.
Yeah, which is like fair for like my entire argument, right? That's probably the only thing I really need. I'm gonna go on a quick bathroom break real quick and I'll be back. So yeah, present the sponsor.
And for our sponsor today, it is nobody because we like what? We have 16 subs on this thing. Yeah, that's definitely sponsor worthy. Gonna make a shit ton of money off this podcast. Look at that. This thing's probably gonna get like 12 views, and like no one's gonna make it to this part of the video. But if you did, you can see like we have no sponsor. You know, where's the damn sponsor at? Where's the money? Yeah, there's no money. And now I will just be quiet, and because we have to wait now, so just skip past 10 seconds or more.
All right, I'm back. Yeah,
I just talked about how we have no sponsors.
yeah, like last time.
Where are they at? God damn it!
Yeah, if you want to sponsor us,
This wasn't part of my idea doing YouTube. I thought once you make a video, you get millions of views instantly. No,
yeah,
I have to actually put work. I have to actually have effort in my videos. What? That's crazy. Hell no.
yeah, that's fine. I guess that'll make it actually an interesting next topic, being small YouTubers, you and I, what that's like. Um,
You have a little bit more than me though.
yeah, I do.
That's because you've been doing yours a little bit longer than me.
Also,
Well,
I've been commenting so much, I
well,
got like an
I
extra 15 subscribers. After.
I actually have been doing YouTube longer than you have, but except I was on a different YouTube channel that I had back then.
Hmm.
I just left down behind, and I just started to do another one.
What'd you do on that one?
on a different one I made. That one's just a burner basically. I put like some random stuff on there, and on there is just the main place where I watch YouTube.
Mm, okay, that makes sense.
And then yeah, and then I made this one that I'm using currently right now, which is where I just put you know actual videos on.
Yeah, yeah, that does make sense though. I've only ever had like one YouTube account my entire life, and that's the one you see here today. So yeah, and yeah, I've always wanted to do YouTube. Like ever since like I first watched NTM, like all those years ago in 2013, I think, 2012, 2013, all those years ago, I've always wanted to do YouTube, specifically Minecraft, which is funny because I haven't posted a single Minecraft video yet.
I don't do
Um,
Minecraft videos much anymore, just because I know they won't get big unless like you have a bigger YouTuber or a more well-known YouTuber do them.
like Dream, that son of a. Wait, don't wait. I didn't say anything wrong about him. But yeah, Dream, that boy, that good boy, that really great boy, you know. Um,
He
yeah,
put
that
on
big boy.
he put his mask back on. You know about that?
Yeah, but you still know what he looks like though. That's the thing. Like you can
Yeah,
put your mask back on, but
yeah.
it's already been taken
You,
off. You can still see
I
him.
mean, you can still cover up your face even if you don't have to unface reveal. I don't know what the point of unface revealing was. That's never, no one's ever done that. If they get shit on for their face, well, it's like you can't do anything about that.
Yeah, you can't do it now. The best you could do is toughen up and go forward. That being said, despite the fact that I'm not very fond of Dream, it was pretty shitty what they did to him when he revealed his face. You know,
Yeah.
like like that was really shitty. Like you know,
I I I, I didn't hate Dream. It's just I didn't like his fan base.
yeah, I don't like. His fan base is good. You know,
I
it's really
liked watching
good.
I liked watching his man on videos, but then after that,
Dream's dope
after
too.
like he barely uploaded, I just didn't really watch him anymore. I just went back on to watching like other YouTubers that uploaded a lot more.
Yeah, nah, his content was like actually interesting. Like I don't say interesting like the snark way I say it. And like I was interested in his content, like especially the fucking hunter versus speedrunners. That
Yeah,
was
those
like
are
a
good.
really dope concept. I don't know why he ended it. Like there are so many like coming from someone who has like all these ideas for like YouTube videos in my head, there are like so many ways he could have like twisted that beyond just George Snapmap and Tommy in it just going after him, right? There are like so many different ways to go twist it. It could have been like two hunters, like maybe could have got three robots instead of one chasing after him, right?
Yeah.
You know, like so many ways to go twist it. So it's sad that I think he ended it. Last I checked, he ended it, right? I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah.
sure.
Also, speaking of Minecraft stuff, what we could do for a Minecraft video is do remember that one Hunger Games map that I was making?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
We
The
could
hide and seek we did.
yeah, we could do it on there. We could do like a hide and
Both
seek or do an actual Hunger Games, but
Hunger Games.
we would need like every a full lobby.
Yeah, nah. What about that? Remember that old Discord server we had that I left a while ago because someone connected it to a Rocket League server for some reason?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
basic.
what if we,
He
yeah, what if we got,
he put that on there because it was literally only me and him that were playing Rocket League, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna stick it on there because they're doing free giveaways for like rare items."
why? Why? Like that's why I left it. I kept on getting notifications thinking like, is that Stella upload, but finally went live or something like that? Because it's also my Twitch notifications there. I kept thinking, oh, is that still alive? No, it's freaking Rocket League. Why are we doing this then? Why are we doing this? Like,
Yeah, it's like
what's the point?
it's like, and for everybody Rocket League knows, it's like get free a titanium white fennec. Get it right now. Join in. You could maybe get it or maybe not. Just send us your email and then you'll probably
Yeah,
get it.
nah. Yeah, nah, I didn't. I just
Yeah,
I left that. Like also apparently some kids like currently went to my school, like go to my current school, ran there too. I didn't want them like seeing the real me, right? So I just sort of like I just sort of like left that for that too, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Um
But yeah,
yeah,
he
nah.
ruined that Discord server. I don't know why. It was like I said, it was literally only me and him that were playing Rocket League, and he just decided I'm just gonna put in a gamble Rocket League bot in there because I want free items and I want to tell everybody else that they want to get free items.
Yeah.
That was
But
annoying.
yeah, nah. If you're still in that Discord server, you can probably get those guys and I can probably get my friends too,
I
you
don't even
know?
know if I'm even in that
Like,
Discord server anymore.
oh damn, really?
I think I also left it because I think everybody else stopped using it. I
Oh yeah.
think. Oh nope, it's still here. Oh, and they're still
Ah,
putting.
dope.
Yep, they're still
Are they still?
they're still putting in
Is,
there.
is the Rocket League still going?
Yep. What's it called? Rocket League. Yeah, it's from Rocket League Garage. It's from the mobile app that I have on my phone
Oh
to look at.
damn!
It's to look at prices on items and from Rocket League items.
From
I
like
have
the actual Rocket League.
Yeah, from the actual Rocket League.
I need to
But
re-download
but
that.
yeah, it's like titanium white Zamba giveaway. Win titanium white exotic wheels right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, nah.
oh no, it just ended. It's July 2nd. This thing came out. This thing ends in July or June 26th. No, I missed my chance to get the Zambas. No.
Nah, not Rocket League, a game I barely play. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Um, yeah, no, I always found it funny, like, yeah,
We could do that Minecraft because I still work on that world to this day. It's still it's 90% me at this point, but whenever I talk to my friends and I say 90%, they're like, "No, you do more than 90%."
yeah, it's more like 99 at this point, you know?
Try like 98. I want people to help me out in that world more. I should do a video like on it showcasing what I have so far.
Oh, yeah,
Because well, then again, it would take me a while just to showcase everything because
yeah,
the place is like a huge maze, which is good.
yeah. I
Everybody's
don't know
like,
how you managed to fucking do that, honestly, but go you.
that's the only complaint I get about the world from people I've shown it to. It's like this is really cool, but it's also super big. It's like it's like you can't find anything. It's like yeah, that's the point. That's gonna be the fun part. If you have your volume,
Uh,
here's the fun part is if you have your volume all the way up and you have certain parts of the map connected close by each other, you'll hear footsteps all around you and you'll have no idea
uh,
where they are. They could be right above you, right below you, or right beside you, but
well,
you won't know
what would
until
be
you
dope?
figure out.
What would be dope is if in Minecraft you could turn on proximity chat, and then it sort of be like a real crap show from there. Like,
Oh yeah, if only you could do that in Bedrock, but Bedrock
uh,
doesn't get those little details. I hope
I don't
they need
know.
to put proximity chat. They have it on Java. I think
I
because of
wish they,
mods.
I wish they would just port Java over to fucking Bedrock at this point. Like,
If I can find a way to port my world onto Java, I would do it.
yeah.
Maybe you can,
Oh,
or maybe you can't. If you can, then I'd actually go do it. Then if you can't, then I'm gonna wait and maybe just keep searching up online if they're ever gonna do something like that. Maybe you can, but you have to maybe have it on computer first. I don't know though. I don't know how it all works.
yeah. But yeah, nah. I do need to make a Minecraft video soon though. Like, just like satiate 5-year-old Kang, you know?
Oh yeah, so you can do something that's already been done a million times.
Yeah, but like I'm probably going to do Bed Wars because barely anyone makes Bed Wars content anymore. Like that was my favorite growing up.
They shut down
Like,
Mineplex.
gosh, why?
That's
Oh
what my
wait, did Microsoft do it? Shut it down, or did
no
the
the
actual Minecraft?
they guys shut it down. It's no longer on the server list anymore.
Dang, that was like the first Minecraft server I ever like thought about going to too.
That's the first
Like as a
Minecraft
kid, I
server that I
mean,
played on. Well,
yeah, that was,
that in Lifeboat, but I didn't play much on Lifeboat. I remember just being like, "Oh
yeah,
my god, I'm actually on a server for the first time," and then I just did not play anything on it. The first actual server I played on when they actually added the server list was Mineplex, and then me and my friends would play Bed Wars all the time.
yeah, yeah. Nah,
Well, it
I
was called Cake
played,
Wars. My bad, Cake
yeah,
Wars.
Cake Wars. Don't be sacrilegious now. Don't be.
It was still fun. We had some good strategies, and we won a lot of the games we played.
Yeah, yeah,
We
nah.
did run into some hackers though on some of the games though. Like first 2 seconds the game began, some dude just flew over to our base and just killed it.
Yeah, I started playing Fortnite Bed Wars, fun fact, because I can't get into PvP in
My
Minecraft.
basic keeps wanting me to play Fortnite Bed Wars, but every single time we play Bed Wars, either we're like the last two teams left because for some reason everybody else either leaves or dies really early on. And you're thinking,
Yeah,
oh
no.
man, this is gonna be a really crazy 1v1 fight. Nope, the other guys are just garbage for some.
Bum rush.
They're like,
Oh,
and so instead of just rushing them and killing them, he goes like, "No, we're gonna get bombs, nukes, everything. We're gonna blow up their whole entire base and then kill them."
sounds
And
like real savage.
it's like, let's just end the game already. We know this is gonna take 30 minutes just to do prepping because you want to prep so hard. Nope, we're gonna prep for 30 minutes and then we're gonna kill them.
Yeah, nah. But yeah, Fortnite Bed Wars is like been my main like game. Like for it's weird because like there are all these other games I have, but I'm playing a main game of Fortnite, right? but I've been like addicted to it because like I want to play Minecraft Bed Wars, but I can't for like the life of me get into fucking like the actual PvP. I don't know how to like work the PvP in Minecraft. Like I don't get how like y'all do it, but like every time I get into a sword fight with someone, there's always this thought in the back of my mind that I'm going to die because he hit me first. Um,
That kind of it.
and
That's kind of how it works, but it's mostly just who can spam the fastest while having their aim on them, or you could say like that.
yeah,
You it is annoying. It is annoying to
yeah,
PvP
it's very
sometimes,
annoying.
especially when they have
Um,
enchanted armor. Then it just gets even worse.
yeah, no. Yeah, I guess since we're getting to like since the tangent, it feels like the tangent's about to go this way. What are games that you've been playing recently that are like a bit unorthodox? So not Titanfall or Halo, but like other games that are like bit unorthodox for your style or for what you're known for, I guess.
The games that I'm known for by like who?
That you're not known for, like
Okay.
unorthodox, like that, like not Halo not Halo or Titanfall or any of those types of games, right? What are games you've been playing recently?
Not really much. All I've been playing is Titanfall and Minecraft.
Mm, that's
I go
that's
in,
funny.
I usually just go on Titanfall, maybe play like 3 games, and then after that I hop on like Minecraft and just start building. That's just what I've been doing recently the past few days.
Yeah. Recently for me, I've been playing Fortnite, Bed Wars, Overwatch 2, with my cousin and his friends because everyone hates Overwatch 2, right? However, if you
Uh,
get it out of your mind that this is basically essentially just Overwatch 1 and that you essentially wasted $60 on Overwatch 1 when it's going to be free like a year later. I ever tell you that story about how I bought Overwatch 1 and then they announced Overwatch 2 was going to be free to play like a few days later and I got so fucking pissed. I got so
yeah.
pissed. Yeah, I did that. I got pissed. But yeah, when you ignore all that, it's actually a really fun game. I've been having fun with my cousin and his friends,
I saw
playing
you.
Overwatch 2 with them.
Yeah, I saw you playing the other day.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Like I've been
I
listening to
can't
like this.
believe. I actually can't believe you still play with the same people that we played with back when we had that very old survival world.
Yeah, nah, my cousin, he has like um this is probably gonna ruin that friendship if he decides to send this podcast to them. But he has attachment issues where he doesn't even go to the same school with these people, but he still plays with them like no matter what, right? And it's dope. Like it's dope that he is able to make friends that way. You know, it's sort of
That
like me and you. We met in middle school, and
that
yet
kind
here
of
we
sounds.
are
Yeah, that kind of
about to
sounds familiar,
graduate.
doesn't it? That
Yeah,
doesn't.
about to graduate, and
Yeah.
we don't go to the same school, and yet here we are starting a podcast. Me
Yeah,
kicking your
and
ass in Dragon Ball.
we
You
still
about to,
talk to this
yeah,
day. You left
yeah,
you left in eighth, well, not eighth grade. You went to a different high school than me, and yet we
yeah,
still talk every single day, and
yeah. Every single day, saying each
and
other memes and shit.
just playing games every once in a while.
Yeah,
That kind of sounds familiar, doesn't it?
yeah. No, this is dope though. Like that, the friendships like that can't exist though. You know.
Yeah, usually whenever my friends go to different schools, we just don't really talk anymore. But I guess you were the
Yeah.
exception somehow.
Exception to the rule. Do you still go to school with Michael?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes
He
sense.
actually almost left because his parents were gonna get a divorce, but they ended up making up.
Mhm.
And
Oh, that's dope.
he
That's
told me
always good to hear, I guess.
he told me how they made up.
How? Oh my god. Oh my god. How, man? Wait, is this like some shit that he would be comfortable with you sharing on a podcast?
uh, probably, maybe.
Should you like text him this before like we get in? Like, how far into recording are we? Like,
We're
is it
like
enough
an
to
hour.
where?
We're an hour and three. If we could probably go for maybe a couple more minutes, and then after that, just
Oh,
call it.
okay. Yeah. Yeah,
But
we call it a day.
he hasn't been responding to any of my stuff for a while, and I think it's because
Oh shit. Okay.
he's been going to like. Well, he told me about this like uh before school ended like months ago,
Mm.
like back when it was
Well.
actually happening. But yeah, I haven't heard from him from like well, he hasn't been consistently uh talking with me for like 2 weeks because he's been like what was it? He's been a part of like this church group where he has to like watch
Mm.
freshmen and like do stuff with them. I don't know what. He doesn't really talk about it too much. All he knows, he told me is that it's really boring. He doesn't like doing it at all, but he has to, and he can't really have his phone around while doing it.
Mm. Okay. So while he was at church, we were planning on cussing each other out over who would win between Goku and Superman.
Yeah, I know.
You're about to set your friend up. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing correctly?
I'm trying to get. I need to get him on. I need to get him on. I even told him we were gonna do
Yeah.
it Sunday, and he never even messaged me.
Mm, yeah.
keeps telling me sometimes when I ask you, "Are you free these days?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing anything at all." And then the day comes, he's like, "I'm doing something," or it's like,
I'm
"I'm
at
just not gonna
church.
respond to you."
I'm at
Yeah,
church. We're prepared to cut y'all out. Yeah, no.
yeah. We need to definitely get him around sometime. Oh yeah, hold on real
Yeah,
quick. One last thing. I'm thinking we just call it so it doesn't go on way too long.
yeah.
We actually did a lot.
Well,
We did talk about a lot. And it's already been an hour, but it's
yeah,
just I thought it'd been like less than that. One last thing.
yeah.
Look at this picture I'm gonna send you.
Okay.
Look at me and Mason saw when we were playing yesterday.
That's like an actual those are actual merches of that's funny.
Yeah, there's like you can actually buy those items in the game. You have Roblox, right?
Yeah, I have Roblox on my Xbox. I stopped playing that a while ago, but I do have it.
Do you have it on your laptop?
Nah, I don't. Mom said it gave me a virus.
Uh,
It did, and my storage just got so full to the point where my computer just crashed every time I opened it.
Wait, you got a virus from getting Roblox on your computer?
That's what mom keeps saying. Like I said, I think that old computer was like a old computer with like 15 megabytes or gigabytes of like storage, right? It was like really small. It was like a really small computer that wasn't meant to like run Roblox, right? I'm pretty sure like
Mm.
Roblox like crashed it, like it got to a point where like it crashes every single time I tried to start it up.
That kind of reminds me.
But, yeah.
I used to have this friend in fifth grade who who like um I really wanted to play like games with on Xbox, and I remember adding them. I was like, "Why don't you have a mic connected at all?" And he sent me because we were in a party. I remember used to using a Connect because I didn't have a headset back then. Yeah, I used a Connect for microphone, and it was cool. Everybody could hear everything. But he said, "Why don't you have your Connect connected if you don't have a headset at all?" He's like, "Because my mom says somebody could hack into the Connect and watch me." You're not
Yeah,
wrong, but what are the odds of
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, what are the odds?
I
Yeah,
mean,
like,
we're just me playing Minecraft or like
like
whatever game we were
that's
playing.
what I'm afraid. Like that's what I'm afraid of with like my webcam. Like, what if I get on Street Fighter or something like that, and dude hacks my webcam and sees me?
Just
That's why I have
rotate.
like this weird cover thing. Yeah, I have this weird cover thing where like it goes in and out, like and it covers up the
No,
cam pretty good enough.
my monitor doesn't have a camera on it, so I'm safe already.
Yeah, that is dope. That's smart right there. You don't have to worry about covering up the camera if it doesn't have one in the first place.
I wasn't even trying to get one without it. I just wanted to get a good monitor that wasn't like really overpriced because I'm kind of cheaping out a little bit on certain stuff. I mean, the PC was like 1,500, but I was cheaping out on some of the stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we should probably wrap this shit up, shall we?
Yeah, it's an hour seven we've been in.
Yeah,
This is a good one. This is definitely better than
yeah,
last
that was a
time.
good one. Yeah,
Because like last time we just kept straying off, and we just kept like,
yeah.
okay, we kept going like, okay, what do we think of next? What do we think of next?
Yeah. Now this is quick, efficient, in an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was definitely a lot better.
Yeah.
So what I'm probably gonna do is since my cousins are here, and they usually sleep in my room, I'm gonna have to go. Well, I'm gonna go downstairs after I call it, and probably try to upload it.
Okay.
Move my Xbox into the media room, and then just go downstairs, eat food and stuff like that.
Okay. You do that. And what I'm going to do is nothing contributing to this podcast outside of talking about to in it. Yeah.
But yeah, this
Well, yeah, I
yeah
guess that's it, folks.
yeah that's just gonna be it. So hopefully next week we can get our friend, and you know his name, you know his like online name, right? Michael.
Uh, no.
Red Eye Beast.
Um, that's very edgy,
That's
I guess.
some hard shit right there.
Yeah. That,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I need to like just start spam calling him on some days just to make sure. Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this?
Yeah.
Because he very rarely. I'm thinking like, okay, maybe when he's like going to bed, maybe he'll actually look at his phone like a lot. Like I assume probably people some do. Like they check their phone last second just make sure they don't got anything coming through. And like, nope, he doesn't. Then again,
Yeah.
I don't use Snapchat at all. I don't have it installed, so I don't. And one of my friends said that he usually responds quicker if you're or more efficiently if you're on using Snapchat. But I usually just use Message or Discord, and he'll usually respond kind of fine. But yeah, sometimes he won't respond at all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap up here. And last words, Carlos.
Um, Subscribe to your Kang so that way we can start an invasion soon, somewhere soon.
No, I'm gonna beat you up.
Oh, dang. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.